The South African Local Government Association and KwaZulu-Natal chairperson Thami Ntuli joins me now. Good evening to you and thank you so much for your time. Just in your reaction, what the progress the police minister was speaking about around the Inter-Ministerial Committee that is clamping down on political killings. What is your response?
Well, good evening, Cindy, to yourself and the viewers. In fact, as SALCA in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, we appreciate the work that have been done by the police. However, we need to agree that the problem still exists. And it is becoming more and more each and every time. You recall that previous in our stats that we issued the SALCA, we were suggesting that at least in a month, an average of 1 or 2 councillors are being killed. But as of recent occurrences, you'll find that in each and every week there is an incident of a councillor being killed or a councillor being attempted to be killed, which indicates that the problem is still serious. We still need to find solutions that will bring this killing of the councillors to an end. However, we appreciate the work that the police have done, but I think the other problem, which I think also the Inter-Ministerial Committee mentioned, is what was also mentioned by Morane Commission, the issue of collaboration amongst the state securities agents and also the issue of the NPA, wherein the police will say, well, we make arrest, but you'll find that when they go to court, they will get bail, etc., or they will never be, in fact, charged finally, or in fact sentenced for whatever has been alleged, which necessitates some work to be done from both sides, from the SAPS and also on the side of the NPA. Because you'll find that when you listen to the court practitioners, they will indicate that if there is no sufficient evidence, it's not easy, in fact, to prosecute someone and sentence someone when the evidence is not yet there.
Yeah, but at this stage, we're looking at the symptoms, Thami. Maybe where you need to take us back in the sense that these are not random acts of violence meted against the councillors. It is an orchestrated, planned hits, and what the root cause thereof is possibly the battle for leadership positions and lucrative government resources. So how do you deal with a criminal activity if especially it is at the behest of whoever wants to target that particular councillor? So it's a very difficult thing to police, because these are orchestrated typically in clandestine environments, targeting a particular councillor for whatever reason.
Well, Cindy, I agree with you fully that they are well planned, well orchestrated. And I also agree with you that it's difficult for the police to handle it, but there is something that we need to do. Especially, we have seen a recent arrest wherein, like the case of Peter Marisbeck, after the assassination of Councillor Mkhize, they were arrested in Nongoma. The community themselves, they decided to apprehend the assassin, and is in custody. We've seen such, but the problem, I think, will be the issue of having sufficient resources that will enable even the police themselves to be able to dig deeper to the evidence, so that the issue of convictions and sentencing of the criminals is being adequately, in fact, presented, so that we curb or we stop this kind of the violence. We believe that there's something more that ought to be done, so that we do not see this kind of the killing of the councillors escalating the way it is now.
We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you indeed for your time. That's the South African Local Government Association, KZN chairperson Thami Ntuli, reacting to the political killings where councillors have been targeted for positions or other motives, as the minister had given a report saying progress has been made, a number of arrests, but the concern is still when it comes to the poor conviction rate.